Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of CoinNewsExtra interview session. It's a program where we invite innovators, influencers, and stakeholders in the blockchain, crypto, and fintech ecosystem to talk about the state of the ecosystem and what they are doing. So today we'll be talking about enhancing crypto trading experience in Africa through Patricia. So today with me, I have a great innovator, Hanu Agbodje, who is the founder and CEO of Patricia. Hanu, you're welcome to CoinNewsExtra.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
You are welcome. It's our pleasure to have you too. So before we proceed with this interview, we'd just like to have a brief about yourself and your background.
Okay. Okay, my name is Hanu. My name is Fejiro Hanu Agbodje, but I like to go by Hanu. I'm the founder and CEO of Patricia. Patricia, we are a 3-year-old fintech crypto-based company who want to usher Africa into the digital age. We believe that the blockchain is the future of money. We believe that what email did to letters is what cryptocurrency would do to fiat, regular currency, regular money. And we want to be at the forefront to usher Africa and the world into the age of cryptocurrency, the use cases, the possibilities, and all the amazing and the awesomeness this new technology has to provide, basically.
Interesting. That's very nice and what you have in mind with Patricia to achieve. So we've seen a lot of things are happening. If you check the internet, you see that Nigeria is doing amazingly well when it comes to cryptocurrency, and a lot of people are coming on board. We know there are some challenges they should be facing. What are some of the challenges crypto traders and enthusiasts face when dealing with cryptocurrency in Africa?
Well, I think the first challenge would be the understanding, right? Most people think it's a get-rich scheme. Most people think it's MMM. Most people think it's not even real. So the first thing they ask you is, how do I make money off this? You know, how do I do this? And they end up getting burnt just because they think they can, get rich quick. And that in turn, leaves a scar around cryptocurrency for them. And it's a big problem. So I'd say one of the problems is education, right? Education around cryptocurrency. The next problem I would say is, it's both a blessing and a curse. I'd say is regulation. Funny enough, because once people get to understand that the central government, the CBN or the SEC or whoever has or is backing cryptocurrency, right? It will bring a new profound trust. It will bring some additional layer of trust to cryptocurrency. And I strongly believe that is what we need in Nigeria to see a higher adoption to it. The next thing would be the technology, the talents around the blockchain. It's a pretty new technology, not so new, but still relatively new. And there are very few people who have the technical know-how to implement, to give quality, especially within Africa and Nigeria. So most times you have to look outside the continent to find talent. So I think in a nutshell, these are like top of the challenges around cryptocurrency today.
Interesting. I know what's regulations. There are a lot of uncertainty when it comes to regulation. Along the line, we talk about regulations and talking about the challenges facing this ecosystem. So you are the founder and CEO of Patricia Exchange. So what's Patricia all about, and what's led to the invention of Patricia and even the name? When you hear Patricia.
Oh, okay. So which should I start with, the name or what we are about?
Anyone, just that.
Okay, so I'll start with the origin, right? The name. So I have always been into some sort of business. Growing up, I literally had an Indomie and egg stand. I had bikes. I tried to work. I had popcorn machine and all of that in school. So I'd always been doing different stuff, right? So I have a book where I write down any idea I have, no matter how radical the idea is. you know. So one time, I think sometime around 2015, 2014, I'm not so sure right now. I got a gift card, and I tried to sell this gift card online, right? And there was literally nowhere for me to sell this gift card online. I tried and checked for days, and I was like, wow, so if I could get scammed online, it means some people else somewhere in the world are also getting scammed. Next thing, Bitcoin was beginning to come on the rise at that time. I equally got Bitcoin, and I tried to exchange Bitcoin to Naira, and there was nobody at the time, and I got scammed again. Okay, at this point, I was like, okay, this is a problem. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person, you know, getting scammed. So that was where the idea of Patricia came up from. You know, how do I solve this problem I have? How do I make sure I do not get scammed? Because I just somehow believed there'll be people around the world with this same problem, you know. And was I right? I was definitely right. And so I had this idea while I was in my granddad's house. My mom's name is Patience, but for some reason, my granddad never calls her Patience. So, and they are always fighting. Every other day, they are fighting. So, I was in my room upstairs and I could hear my granddad and my mom fighting downstairs. My granddad calls her Patricia. And she was like, don't call me Patricia, call me Patience. My name is not Patricia. And he's like, I will not call you Patience, I will call you Patricia. So they were going back and forth, back and forth. I was in my room just thinking of what to name this new idea I have. So I just wrote down number 37, Patricia. And, you know, that was it. So so fast forward to 2017, I still had my book and I was thinking, what can I do? I've tried 13 other ideas and they've all failed at one point or the other, or, you know, something just went wrong. And, you know, I just looked at the book and Patricia seemed like the next best thing to do. It seemed like my best foot forward. So I just started Patricia and here we are today. As they say, the rest is history.
Yes. So what's Patricia all about? What services do you bring to the table?
Patricia, we're a technology company first, and I say this because we are fast. Getting into different areas of technology. Right, we're a technology company first, and our pioneer product is cryptocurrency. Right, so we buy, sell cryptocurrency. We help you store it if you want to store it in our wallet. We help you fix it. You know, people complain and say, "Oh, Bitcoin is going up, it's going down." But on Patricia, you can actually fix your cryptocurrency to a stable currency, right? And you don't lose any value. You know, and we introduced this into the market when it was not even a thing, right? We introduced Africa's first Bitcoin debit card, right? So with this card, you can literally spend your Bitcoin the way you spend money in your bank accounts. You can spend Bitcoin on the ATMs. You can spend Bitcoin in the malls. You can withdraw cash from ATMs. You know, so this is like, we understand that there's going to be a long transitional phase before the world would, you know, adopt cryptocurrency as its main means of payment and transaction. But Patricia, we believe that we are that bridge that would bridge the future and the current banking infrastructure. And that was what led to the creation of this debit card. And we've taken it one step further. And we've also introduced a new Patricia debit card, which is, this works just in Nigeria. This works anywhere around the world, right? So with this MasterCard, you can literally spend cryptocurrency anywhere in the world. And this is yet to launch. So these are the building blocks of who we are as a business, you know, innovation. We look out for ideas and we are like, what great idea is nobody building today? And that is what we intend to do. We intend to build use cases around Bitcoin to make it easy, to make it understandable, that even the common man can pick up his app and understand cryptocurrency. You can learn about crypto on our platform. You can, from beginner all the way up to pro level. And these are the things that we try to preach in Patricia. convenience, user experience. So yeah, that's what we're about on the crypto side of things. On the other side, we're looking at, like I said earlier, what fantastic idea is nobody currently building, and that led to the creation of Hank, right? So Hank is Patricia's first physical product. It's a deviation from crypto. However, it is something you need, but you do not know that you need it unless we show it to you, right? So quickly, let me just show you what Hank looks like. Oh, perfect. This is it. Oh, so this is Hank, right? So Hank is basically a device that allows you find your stuff. Literally, Hank is a device that allows you find your stuff. So, for example, you're trying to find your phone, right? Or you find your key, or find your bag, or find whatever. All you have to do is attach Hank to the device, literally, and just the same way you will flash your phone, you can flash your Hank. And wherever Hank is attached to, Hank is going to bring out. I'll give you a demonstration right now. So this is the app for Hank, right? And this is Hank. So once I push this button, right? Let's see. Give me a minute. Let me quickly connect it to it. Right. So Hank is set to launch sometime in March. So right now we are still prototyping, making sure that the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, right? But Hank is basically that product that you do not necessarily think you need, but once you have it, you don't understand the beauty around it. But yeah. So let me not deviate too much from the scope of the conversation.
Oh, no problem. That's a very interesting innovation. A lot of things that you are coming up with, and we are happy it's something that is happening here in Nigeria and also in Africa. So bringing up such innovations. So congratulations on those achievements. I really like that. Also, looking at you made mention earlier on about regulations. Are there ways? There are uncertainty when it comes to regulations. What can you say about regulations? Is it really affecting the traders? Are there things that should be done, most especially in Africa?
Well, I think it's almost inevitable that regulations are going to come, but what we don't know today is how. I feel regulation should not come to stifle, but come to put controls, right, that boost long-term productivity, right, that boost adoption. Because you see, today in Africa, right, we are not necessarily known for owning technology, right? And I believe that Africa, Nigeria, we can own blockchain technology. You see, when you talk about cars, you talk about Germany, right? You talk about technology hub, you talk about Silicon Valley, America, right? Blockchain is not bounded by geography, right? Regardless of where you are, you can create magic. You can do the most as long as you're willing to bend your back and apply smart and hard work to it. Africa can be leaders in this space, right? But it depends on things like regulation. Just some days ago, the US just gave the approval for a conditional crypto bank, the first crypto bank in the world. These are things that spur creativity. These are things that spur adoption. These are things that we will make the US, if Nigeria and Africa were not fast enough, the leaders in this space. So with regulation, I am not hoping for an OP Max or NG saga all over again, right? However, we hope the regulators play nice and they see the future of what it is that we have done in Nigeria and what we are doing, and they support us in many ways that we cannot even imagine. Look at Tesla. Now Tesla is one of the biggest companies, and amongst the world richest man, but everybody would forget the time where the US government gave him almost $500 million. So these are things that it can't happen, like it cannot happen without the government. It can't happen without all of this. It can't happen without regulation. So fingers crossed, but we'll try to do the most as much as we can.
Interesting. That's very much nice one to hear from you. So before we draw the curtain on today's episode of CoinNewsExtra interview session, so how do you see the future of cryptocurrency and blockchain in Africa?
Bright. As a matter of fact, when you check the top 10 countries who transact in cryptocurrency, Africa is like top 3 or top 4. We are there. So that should already tell you that it is bright. And with every passing day, week, month, and year, the adoption increases, right? And so it has taken a natural course of growth, without being influenced whatsoever. It has taken a natural course of growth. So it just, like I said, it comes down to factors that are sometimes beyond the control of businesses, like Patricia, regulation, right? It is bright, right? But it depends on external forces.
That's very nice. It is bright, but it depends on external forces, which is actually true. So we are looking forward to what is going to be unfolding, most especially this 2021. It has really been an amazing time out with you, Fejiro Hanu Agbodje, the CEO and founder of Patricia. Thank you very much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you.